Right now, your brain is doing something strange. It's scanning for threats that don't exist. It's worrying about people who aren't in the room. It's preparing for disasters that will probably never happen. And here's the part nobody tells you. Your brain isn't doing this because something is wrong with you. It's doing this because it genuinely believes it's still 10,000 BC. Not metaphorically, biologically. The brain inside your head right now is almost physically identical to the brain carried by a hunter-gatherer living in a small tribe 10,000 years ago. Same structure, same wiring, same survival programs. The world changed completely. Your brain didn't. And that single fact explains almost everything strange about modern human behavior. Why you feel anxious in crowds. Why rejection feels devastating. Why you can't stop overthinking. Why you feel lonely even when surrounded by people. By the end of this video, you'll understand something most people never realize. Your brain isn't struggling to adapt to modern life. It's still trying to survive a world that disappeared 10,000 years ago. Picture a small group of humans sitting around a fire. 50 people, maybe less. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone depends on everyone. This is the world your brain was built for. Not cities of millions. Not offices of hundreds. Not social media feeds of thousands. 50 people. That's it. Here's the shocking part. Neuroscientists call this the Dunbar number. Research suggests your brain can only maintain genuine, meaningful relationships with around 150 people maximum, and deep trust relationships with only around 50. 50. The same number that lived in your ancestors' tribe. Your brain didn't evolve beyond that limit. Which means right now, in a world of 8 billion people, your brain is still operating as if it only needs to track 50. And everything outside that number, it treats as background noise. Or as a potential threat. Here's something that will make every social anxiety you've ever felt suddenly make sense. 10,000 years ago, being rejected by the group wasn't embarrassing. It was a death sentence. No tribe meant no food. No protection. No shelter. No survival. Your brain learned one rule with absolute certainty. Belong. Or die. That rule is still running inside you right now. Every time you feel nervous before speaking in public. Every time you replay a conversation wondering if you said the wrong thing. Every time you feel crushed by a single negative comment online. That's not weakness. That's your ancient brain treating social rejection the same way it once treated a predator. As a survival threat. Because 10,000 years ago it was. And your brain never received the update that it isn't anymore. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine waking up 10,000 years ago. Your entire world is visible from where you're standing. You know every face around you. Every threat is physical and immediate. A predator. A storm. A rival group. Every problem has a clear solution. Run. Fight. Hide. Eat. Sleep. Your brain was perfectly designed for that world. Simple threats. Immediate solutions. Small social circles. Clear enemies. Now open your eyes. You're in the modern world. Your brain is now being asked to process breaking news from every corner of the planet. Compare itself to millions of strangers online. Make complex decisions with invisible consequences. Navigate social rules that change constantly. Maintain hundreds of surface-level relationships simultaneously. Worry about problems that exist years in the future. Your brain is running 10,000 BC software on a 2024 world. And it was never designed for this. No wonder it feels overwhelmed. No wonder it can't shut up. No wonder it keeps sounding alarms that don't make sense. Here's where things get even stranger. Your brain has a built-in threat detection system. Scientists call it the amygdala. You can call it your ancient alarm. 10,000 years ago, this alarm was brilliant. A rustle in the bushes. An unfamiliar face near camp. A sudden silence in the forest. Your alarm fired instantly. Danger. React. Now. That speed saved lives. Today, that same alarm fires for emails. For social media comments. For a slight change in someone's tone of voice. For a news headline from a country you've never visited. For a decision you don't have to make until next month. Your ancient alarm cannot tell the difference between a predator in the bushes and a difficult conversation at work. Both feel like survival threats. Both trigger the same response. Heart rate increases. Thoughts accelerate. Body prepares to fight or run. Except there's nothing to fight. And nowhere to run. So the alarm just keeps ringing. Now here's something that will completely change how you see social comparison. 10,000 years ago, you only ever compared yourself to the 50 people in your tribe. The strongest hunter, the most respected elder, the fastest runner. And even then, comparison was useful. It told you where you stood in the group, whether you were valued, whether you were safe. Today your brain is doing the exact same thing. Except now it has access to 8 billion people. Celebrities, athletes, billionaires, influencers living seemingly perfect lives. Your brain compares itself to all of them using the exact same ancient system designed for 50 people. And it reaches the same ancient conclusion. You are not enough. You are behind. You are at risk of falling behind in the tribe. Except the tribe now contains 8 billion people. And the comparison never ends. Because there is always someone smarter, richer, more successful, more attractive, more everything. Your brain was never designed for this much comparison data. It was designed for 50 people around a fire. And it simply cannot process the difference. Here's another way your ancient brain is completely lost in the modern world. 10,000 years ago, daily decisions were simple. Where to hunt today? What to eat tonight? Where to sleep? Whether to trust a stranger. Your brain handled these decisions efficiently because there were only a few options. Today, the average person makes thousands of decisions every single day. What to eat from hundreds of options. What to watch from millions of choices. Which job? Which city? Which relationship? Which path? Which version of your life? Psychologists call this decision fatigue. Your brain wasn't built for infinite options. It was built for limited, immediate, survival-based choices. And when it's forced to process thousands of decisions daily, it does something predictable. It freezes. It overthinks. It becomes paralyzed. And then it tells you something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. Your brain is just a 10,000-year-old decision maker being asked to navigate an infinite modern menu. It was never designed for this many choices. And now here's perhaps the strangest modern problem your ancient brain creates. You can be surrounded by hundreds of people and feel completely alone. Why? Because your brain wasn't designed for surface-level connection. It was designed for deep tribal bonds. For knowing and being known by the same 50 people across an entire lifetime. Shared struggles. Shared stories. Shared survival. Today, most people have hundreds of acquaintances and almost no one who truly knows them. Your ancient brain recognizes the difference immediately, and it responds the way it always has when tribal connection is missing, with a deep, persistent alarm. Get back to the tribe. You need your people. You are not safe alone. That alarm is called loneliness, and it explains why someone can have thousands of followers online and still feel completely empty. Followers are not tribe. Likes are not belonging. Notifications are not connection. Your brain knows the difference even when your conscious mind tries to pretend it doesn't. So here's the full picture. Your brain is not broken. It is not weak. It is not failing. It is ancient. It is running the same programs that kept your ancestors alive through ice ages, predators, famines, and harsh winters. Every anxiety, every social fear, every compulsive comparison, every sleepless night, every moment of loneliness in a crowded room. These are not signs that something is wrong with you. They are signs that an ancient survival machine is still doing exactly the job it was built to do, in a world it was never designed for. And maybe that's the realization worth carrying with you. The next time your brain sounds an alarm that doesn't make sense. The next time you feel crushed by rejection that shouldn't matter this much. The next time you feel lonely in a world more connected than any that has ever existed. Remember this. You are not struggling because you are weak. You are struggling because you are ancient. Your brain crossed ice ages, survived predators, built civilizations, outlasted every extinction event that wiped out every other human species that ever existed. That brain is inside your head right now, still scanning, still protecting, still trying to keep you alive. The world it was built for is gone, but the brain remains. And perhaps the most human thing you can do is look at your ancient, exhausted, overwhelmed brain. And instead of asking why it won't cooperate with modern life, simply remember what it survived to get here.